in this game, but sadly they did not do that.
In this mission, you get to be the cop. Except you're not a cop yourself, but you're driving a cop car.
Heck yeah.
And you get to go fast. That's what we're
Going
all
fast,
for,
who'd
right?
want to do that? Oh, what console is this on? Someone asked in chat. These are being... Tony Hawk's Underground 1 is being run on PC.
A personal computer.
Is there...
Yeah.
Why is the PC the fastest version?
Oh, it's just load times, basically.
Okay.
I can't speak for Underground 1, but for Tony Hawk's Underground 2, I run that on GameCube, and it's about a minute and 20 seconds slower than running it on PC, so... And that's a 10-minute game, so this is an hour-long game, so...
Oh, yeah, and that would add up a lot faster, for sure.
I think the GameCube quote-unquote record for this run is like an hour, so... Which I believe is by Dark Shibara, so... Shoutouts to Dark Shibara.
Also, something to notice, once they near the end of being in Tampa, they're gonna start building stats. Basically, the first time they start doing that is when you're do the impress Tony and you gotta beat Tony's score. You can start building stats there, or during the best trick competition, you can build stats there as well in Tampa. Which I do believe they're about to get to right now. And also, you'll notice that they let the tricks on the right side there, they'll let them build up. So basically what happens is the tricks actually show up more than once, and once there's a big list of them, you can just do one at a time and just you'll knock out like all 5 of them that are up that are the same thing.
In case you didn't know, Tony Hawk is a very well-programmed series.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching anyone run this game, be prepared to hear a lot of salt, like a lot of salt.
Oh yeah.
Now, he's doing a bunch of cavemans right there because the cavemans actually give up his stats, as you can see, run +1 all over.
Can I interject real quick?
Yes.
Someone asked in chat, why do the runners go to the quest gives instead of using the pause menu to warp? They are running a category called normal no warp, which it's not faster, but I'm gonna link the leaderboards if you don't do it first. But but some people, I'm gonna get you. I'll find you. But yeah, they just run normal no warp rather than normal because it's not faster, but it's more entertaining. It's kind of like the category, you know, that people just choose to run because it's cooler.
The no warp, it's a lot more fun to watch because and rather than pressing start and just going all the way across the map just to get to the next goal, it's, in my opinion, better to watch. Oh, it's really not cool to see them go in one fluid motion to end up at the next mission to start it, rather than, oh, pause, oh, look, I'm already at the other side of the map. You know, it's kind of a personal preference, I guess, but...
Yeah, by the way, this is what I was talking about earlier with the just auto-scroller section.
They're just waiting, chilling.
Yeah.
This is basically the most chill part of the run.
Yeah, someone asked in chat, do you prefer to use controller or keyboard? Even though this game is run on PC, a lot of people like to use a gamepad for this. So it's I also prefer a gamepad because it's cooler and more easy to use. Even though I run on GameCube, so.
Just plug in the keyboard into your GameCube.
Yeah.
Just
No problem.
I love that attachment that Nintendo released for my keyboard. I've
Like
seen some
the
pretty crazy
really big-
controllers. Yeah, there's like
the really big keyboard controller.
Yeah,
Oh.
someone like modded a huge GameCube controller or something to have like a keyboard in it.
If I
I thought
could
that was an
intervene real
official
fast.
thing. Go for it.
What you're noticing, what Pyatters is doing right there, those are called Wally plants. Basically, you do a grab trick into the wall, and you mash A or whatever you're using for Ollie. You mash Ollie enough times, and you can get intense air via Wally plant. And I don't think they use it as much in this run, but it's definitely a way to get some good air.
Sadly, it was patched out in Underground 2, so not a lot of glitches. Was, I guess while we have some time, was air shuffling in this game?
No, to my knowledge, no. Or else I think they would be using it.
Okay. Air shuffling, by the way, is when you get off of your board in the air and do a boneless. Like you do a boneless again while you're in the air, but off your boarding. For some reason, that works. And you just keep doing that over and over again.
Which Tony Hawk game is your least favorite? Well, I haven't exactly played every single one of them. However,
Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
That's why he speedruns it.
Still works.
for me, I would have to almost say American Wasteland, just because I'm more accumulated to how Tony Hawk's Underground 2 works in comparison, because the physics in American Wasteland are kind of hard to get used to in comparison, because you got double jumping, you got running up walls, you got like all this other stuff. I mean, yeah, it's really cool and nice, but just the way it seems it's programmed in comparison, it seems so much harder to control. It's probably just me, but
I'm gonna throw out my vote for Project 8 being the worst Tony Hawk game. Because it's absolute booty. Like, if you played it and liked it, I think you're wrong.
that's alright. One of my friends who says they think Project 8 is the worst as well, so. Now you'll notice what Pyatters and Silent are doing. After they're finishing their combo, they're getting off their skateboard and floating in the air. The reason is, no idea why this happens, but if you get off your skateboard after you finish that trick down the stairs, it actually saves a good 3 or 4 seconds just by getting off your skateboard and floating. Don't know why, just in the game.
What's up, rookie?
Favorite of the pro skaters, that's obviously 4 for me. Pro Skater 4 is I vote Pro Skater 4 is my favorite Tony Hawk game, like, of all of them. Just because of how extensive it is. And, like, there's so much, like, I've had it for years and I still haven't 100%ed it.
I have Pro Skater 4, but like I have it up for PS2 emulator, and I get the most random frame rate. I'll go from 30 to 60 in half a second and lose my combo because of that. Thanks, PC.
Thanks, Activision, for making an awesome video game series.
Especially for making the PC version not compatible with my gaming controller. Now, this one isn't the one, but later on, I'll explain it when it happens. Well, right there, he could have butt slapped. I guess more butt slaps. He could have butt slapped up there to get to the top faster.
Yeah, you can, like, acid drop down and then, like, turn around and come back up. So that's a cool trick there.
How many chapters are there altogether for this race? They're on chapter 12 right now.
27, if I
Okay.
recall correctly.
In terms of just like big skips in Tony Hawk Underground 1, what are, like, I guess, would you guys, like, if you could, like, name a couple, the big tricks or skips in this game?
Alright,
I think Eric's skip is, like, as big as it gets in terms of, like, sequence where he's right.
alright. Time to explain the Eric skip this was supposed to be done back in New Jersey in Chapter 3, where instead of chasing the drug dealer car back to the area, they would, when they were sketching that car, if they mashed A correctly, which is basically, as Pyatters likes to say, it's the stars and the moon and the planets aligning just right, and maybe you get the Eric skip. It's basically a frame perfect match at the end, or match at the end of the cutscene in the middle of the last goal, and you'll skip the car chase and go straight to Manhattan, and it saves, I believe, a good 10 to 15 seconds, I think, maybe more.
Someone asked who speedruns Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Well, you can check out twitch.tv/George the Plushie, but also I linked the Tony Hawk leaderboard, so you can check that out.
Whoa, what a party, huh?
And I did it before Plum, so take that.
And as far as
yeah.
what's going on right now, what should we be looking for?
They're both doing the mission where you have to get your band, or I think your crew members, because they all got children cover your ears. They all got drunk and passed out. So, yeah, they're just doing that. These Pyatters and SilentLaws, I believe, have they been trading the record back and forth? I'm pretty sure they have.
Yeah, they've been kind of back and forth with what they're doing.
Yeah, they're both very, very, very good at this game. So.
Yeah, you should really give
their personal bests are very close, so it's not surprising at all that they are matched up right now.
Yeah, it's like maybe like an 8-second difference between the two of them at this point, with I think it looks like Team PogChamp just slightly ahead. Never mind, Tryhard looks like is ahead. It's been going kind of back and forth between the two of them.
I'm not sure I'm seeing a lot of support in chat for these teams, though. I think you guys gotta bump that up a little bit.
Yeah,
So-
spam the emote of which one you want to win for sure.
Now, I personally want Team PogChamp to win. I'm rooting for SilentLaws, but Team Tryhard is cool too, I guess. Love
There's
you,
definitely
Pyatters.
no bias going on from the commentators at all.
Yeah, well, there's balance going on here. You're Team PogChamp, I'm Team Tryhard.
And I'll just be Team Good Race. That's the team I'm on right now.
You can be Team Hey Guys.
Yeah, I'm cool with Team Hey Guys. That's a good team. I'll support Team Hey Guys.
Rest in peace, Team Hey Guys.
Hi there.
Dang, man, a lot of people are getting bopped for their support of a team. The ultimate sacrifice.
That's that is not that's not our fault. That is totally on them.
Team Kipo, I see. Team Resident Sleeper. Oh man,
Nothing said.
I don't know about this race, man. There's like 50 teams in this.
We need to have a relay race with separate teams for every emote.
Now, these leads, or Lee or whatever, you'll notice that they don't get all of them. They go in a certain order to where the last one you get ends up at the next mission, which is really convenient considering this is no warp.
Our team did.
I don't know if you guys saw that sketch, by the way, but I just want to also give a shout out to sketching in this game, or in the Tony Hawk series, which is really well programmed and awesome. Like, basically, sketching works when you hold forward behind a car.
And
you
sometimes
just
it
grab
works
onto
when
the
you
front.
don't want it to.
Yeah, when you want to sketch, you don't sketch, and when you don't want to sketch, you do.
Get the leg.
That's basically how that works.
Welcome to Tony Hawk, where you do the opposite every time.
I figured out.
The programming's made up and the inputs don't matter.
Here it comes.
Oh man. Alright, so what you're noticing here, he's doing a big butt slap, and to do the pool drain, when normally you're supposed to get up to the ladder and trigger that, and that's why when he goes all the way up there, instead of acid dropping right when he gets up there, he has to walk over and trigger that he is up there rather than acid dropping right away, or else he'll just go into the pool and it'll be ripped pretty much.
So big.
I find that the Impress the Girls mission is very relevant to my life, given that I'm a Tony Hawk speedrunner. I find I have to do that a lot.
Hey man, those girls on the beach, they really like those combos.
Are you sponsored?
Wow, your combos are so big. For that gap right there, the off the walls manual, you are actually able to grind during that, which makes no sense, but the game allows it for whatever reason.
The mission truly is off the walls.
These games, they're actually more broken than you think.
They just did what we call a death warp, which you don't really die, but you get out of bounds, and the games have like predetermined places to put you when you go out of bounds, and so they just kind of take advantage of that.
I think my favorite part of this whole run for this game is just like the ability to just get off your skateboard and get to places that you need to conveniently, like just going up really high, grabbing the roof, and then moving.
Okay, coming up real soon is the McTwist over the helicopter mission, which is really the high point of this game. It's when the plot gets tense, you know.
Let it go.
That slow motion McTwist. Oh man.
I speedrun this game for the plot.
Best reason to speedrun a game, for sure.
It's a cop. We gotta...
No, you'll notice like a lot of these missions end up being collectibles. That's the fun part. Collecting things.
There are like two kinds of missions. Like collect things and get points.
Yeah.
And like do the tricks they call out. And then that's it.
Of lead up.
And then there's which I do believe the second, there's another one where you have to basically follow a skater around while they skate for some dumb video.
Yeah, they do that like twice in the run, right?
I believe so. Like right now, I do believe after he's done with the nollies and the pressures, he'll start following a skater.
How you guys doing over here?
Oh yeah, we forgot drive a car. You can drive a car mission.
Yes, when they get to somewhere in Russia, whatever the place is, you'll end up driving a car, but that'll come when it comes.
Hey, bro.
Now, what's nice about the following the guy with the camcorder is you can end up directly and just turn left and go straight to the next goal, which that's what I find cool about the no warp, is just being able to end up already at the next goal ready to go.
I think my favorite part of the camera follow the guy with the camera mode is how great the quality of the camera is on the screen. It just gets super fuzzy.
It's HD 1080p 60 FPS.
This camera quality is so good, it's showing behind me, even though I'm holding it. Oh yeah, you should mention how they skipped the blow car worst vehicle. Like, that is the worst mission in the game. I hate that mission so much. Like back when I played this casually. It was like so hard to control.
Also, another thing to note, there's like, I don't know if it's just, I think it's just 2 times, but there might be more. There's a thing you can do. It's basically a frame perfect text box skip, and basically you mash A at the right time, and you can just skip text boxes. It's very, very frame perfect, much like Eric skip. This mission, you'll notice they're running into poles and stuff. The backwards motion from running into the pole, it kind of pushes you backwards and gives you a little bit of extra speed rather than trying to handbrake and stop, which would take a lot more time. Well, not a lot, but frame perfect, boys.
We can't talk. What's going on? This Tony Hawk is making us not able to talk. Don't you guys in the chat go saying that it's too late for Team PogChamp to catch up, because we still got Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Is there a trick
Underground 2, by the way.
Is there a trick in Thug 2 that can like potentially like take some time to perform, or is it pretty straightforward?
Oh, yes. There are so many tricks in that run that you can mess up.
Okay.
The
Like,
very
the
first
thing
thing
about-
is in Boston. Like that's
The thing about Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and Tony Hawk's Underground 2, like Tony Hawk's Underground 1, you go from mission to mission and you do the missions. But the thing about Underground 2 is that oftentimes you're doing like 4 missions at a time, because it's all like, I don't want to say open world, but like the missions don't have a prompt, you know? You just get like, they give you a list of like 20 missions and say like, hey, do the missions. And so you just, since you're doing so many missions at a time, if you mess one up, it all comes crumbling apart.
Okay.
So, and there are like skips, there's like big sequence breaks in that game, which we'll be talking about once that time comes, and lots of hard tricks. So,
also
not to say that Underground wasn't hard, but
something
very
to
much.
also mention about Thug 2. It's not being ran in the showcase. However, classic mode, if you mess up one goal, like it'll cost you the entire run, literally.
yeah, classic mode is a.
We know.
Do you mind if I like plug my YouTube channel to say that I have a run there?
Go for it.
I guess I kind of just had plugged it anyway, but I'm Slowfreq. Like, I have a run of that on my YouTube channel, but it's a really intensive run. Like, every level you're holding a combo for the whole level, and if you miss that, then you just have to start the whole level over again.
I mean, you can still try and get it back, but the amount of time wasted is dire. If you're on PB pace, you know, you're minus 2 minutes ahead. Like, if you miss one combo, that could be plus 2 minutes in a matter of missing a combo, because you choke, and then, you know, you kind of panic a little bit because of, you know, speed running. Let's be honest. And then just
Palms
ripper.
get sweaty.
Palms sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
I hope you guys liked that meme brought to you by me.
Dude, I love memes.
By the way, they are the Underground 1 guys are in Russia now, which is good because they really are rushing to beat this game.
Wow, that was a good.
That's a
Are
real
you
knee slapper.
competing?
You were holding that
No.
one for a while. You were waiting to drop that one on us.
God, I hate my life.
Alright, something you might have just noticed, for the bells, basically you were supposed to trigger halfway up the ladder, and what you can do, which is very inconsistent unless you actually get really good at it, is basically if you butt slap up the ladder, basically you can end up on the ledge and grind over to the bells rather than climbing up that ladder and everything.
People are unfollowing because of that joke.
Wow.
I just hope you have more of those ready to go. Now you've got my interest peaked. I'm waiting for the next one.
Pressure's on.
What's the
I'm sorry.
Got more where that comes from. Spaghetti. Everybody spaghetti.
I really am contributing to a good chat right now.
Hey, I want you to get.
Oh yeah, the mission that Pyatters is doing right now, normally you have to do like Eric does a lip trick while you jump over him, but you can kind of build up a combo and just do it once as opposed to having to do it, 20 times.
Hey there. Why?
Manual tricks are basically the thing, like, besides needing to know how to make twists, you need to know how to do your manual tricks. Basically, depending on what kind of controller you use, if you use an Xbox, you're basically pressing Y, B, and X, right? And then like a
It's the grind, grab, and flip buttons.
Yeah,
I
grind,
believe.
grab, and flip buttons. There you go.
They are the
You
most overpowered thing in this entire game.
Because what it
You
does
can-
is it. What?
You go
Sorry.
ahead.
It basically gives you multiplier a lot more than getting your tricks up. And multiplier is good.
Oh yeah, and there's spacewalk. Someone mentioned it in chat, which is like a left, right, and flip.
Oh yeah.
Which, if you're stopped, it makes you go forward.
And also, you can notice later when in the Thug 2 story run, when they get to it, they'll do a spacewalk, and it helps them do the manual over the bridge in Australia. I'll mention it again when it comes up. But yeah, spacewalk does help with manuals.
Unless you assign Hot Rod, which only dorks would do that, right?
Wow. Hot
Only
Rod,
dorks would
that's such a
assign Hot
dumb
Rod.
manual. Why did they even put it in the game? Like, it's so cheap.
Basically, Hot Rod is the manual you can do where it's like a special trick manual, and you go really, really fast when you do it. Some people don't like it, George, but it makes you go really, really fast. But for story mode, we don't really assign it. Other than
Somebody just
Slump.
asked, doesn't Eric screw you over in the storyline? I do believe he
Hey,
does.
spoilers!
Oh man.
Some people have never
welcome.
played this game before.
You're welcome. Somebody asked! Come on.
And by the way, shout out to the Russian women we're picking up.
So you're noticing you can do 720 spins around that, and it'll count for 2 360s.
Wait, it does?
It's really optimal if you can get 720s every time, but if
The
you
more you know.
can't get the what?
I did not know that.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't know that. I didn't.
The more you
didn't
know.
720s count for. Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah, it counts for 2 spins.
Alright, so Tryhard, for those of you who might be just joining, Tryhard's ahead by about 20-25 seconds right now. Fogchip
So-
not too far behind. And we still got about, what, 10 minutes for this game and then another 10